What's good, everybody? Fight fans. This your boy JB Trap House Boxing, man. I'm back again. You know, Sundays is starting to be like one of my, well, I ain't gonna say Sundays because on Saturdays, it depends on what I got going on. You know, I try to incorporate, you know, the UK and the US fights at the same time. But, you know, this weekend, yesterday was my, well, not yes, well, tomorrow's my anniversary, but yesterday was my wife's birthday, so we incorporate the two, consolidate the two, and just celebrate it all in one. So I wasn't able to get to these fights yesterday. That's why I'm making these fights today. But shout out to Nico Boxing. He always posts these fights, and that's how a lot of times I don't have to use my stream, my Fire Stick. I could just go to Nico Boxing channel. He give me all the UK fights pretty much I want. So shout out to Nico Boxing, man. I always tell y'all, if you want to catch these fights, you know, without going through the hassle, go to Nico's Boxing channel. And, you know, he can keep you in tune with the UK fighters. But anyway, man, this is the Ricky Burns and the Anthony Crolla fight. I didn't like Ricky Burns at 135, man. I just didn't like. I really didn't like his body language. It was, I can't say he was drained, but I just didn't feel him being strong at 135 as he was at 140. Even though he's not a hell of a puncher, you know, he really didn't have the pop, you know, at 135, and you know. And I'm not discrediting Anthony Crolla. Anthony Crolla got some good chin. You know, he was there. He wasn't moving. He was playing some good body shots on Burns the whole fight, man. Especially in the first rounds. The whole fight. Early rounds, he started out going to the body. But Burns couldn't keep Crolla up off of him. You know, the first 4 rounds was kind of dull. Middle of the fourth round started heating up. The action was starting to was definitely being pushed by the mid 4th round on out. Then you start seeing Ricky Burns starting to engage more, fight with a more sense of urgency. Ricky Burns, to me, he's never been that type of fighter. To me, he just seems like his sense of urgency be subpar. You know, it's just never. You know, he always starts off slow with giving up the 3 rounds and all this whole shit. And it's like, to me, he just ain't that good of a fighter to be doing that. You know, to be honest with you, I don't want to see Ricky Burns. I think Ricky Burns is done. You know, he should have for all that, he should have let Josh Taylor go ahead and beat him up, man. You know, pass the torch to your fellow countrymen, man. Just passing them down to Scotland. It would have been okay. We all know that you can't fuck with Josh Taylor. You know, when he asked you about the fight, you used to start talking about Anthony Crolla and all this other shit, which is cool. I get that. But yeah. So anyway, man, I think Ricky Burns. I don't think he's just a shot fighter. He can fight, but he just, to me, I don't see where he gonna go. Like, he in the two-way trap. Like, I mean, he at 135, 140 is like, who can you really just beat that with significance, with a significant name? You know, I just don't know who he can really beat with a name like that. You know, I have to think it through. I'm pretty sure it's a guy that he probably can squeeze one by, but I don't see it, man. You know, I don't see it, man. But shout out to Crolla. He did a good job. I thought he had the more of the power of the two. He was definitely landing the more effective shots. But I got to give Ricky Burns his credit, though, man. This fight was started out slow, but it started getting better. It started turning into a little good fight, good back and forth match. Ricky Burns was starting to land some good power shots on Crolla, but Crolla, you know, he was taking them well. You know, he was still there. It was like, you know, he would back Crolla up, you know, a couple of times throughout the fight, but you know, it didn't do anything to Crolla. Ricky Burns was starting to land that left hook, you know, fluently on Crolla as the round started progressed towards the end of the fight. You know, the late middle towards the end of the fight, that left hand was starting to find a home. He was making a home for it, but Crolla eating it. So, you know, he just didn't have the power to keep Crolla up off of him. Crolla was the more aggressive guy. You know, Ricky Burns was starting out boxing a whole lot in the first 4 rounds, which is I don't think he should have did. I think he should have just went to war with Crolla pretty much the whole fight. Might as well, because even when he was boxing the first 3 rounds, he wasn't successful at it. You know, Crolla won 3 of those 4 rounds. I gave Burns maybe the first round. Yeah. I'm talking about the first half of the fight. I'm not talking about the whole fight. Out of the first 4 rounds, I gave Burns the first round. After that, I gave Crolla the other 3. And then Ricky Burns starting to pick it up, you know, as the rounds progressed. He should have started out earlier than that. Then the argument would have been, you know, we don't know how this fight would have turned out, you know. But Ricky kind of gave this fight away. You know, he didn't give the judges nothing to, you know, really toss anything up about it towards the end, the mid and the end of the fight. You know, so trying to think of everything before I don't want to leave anything out. That's pretty much it that I could think of. But y'all guys let me know what y'all think. What did y'all think about the fight? Y'all let me know, did y'all have it closer? I mean, it wasn't no blowout. I might have said the way Ricky was fighting back, I might have said he might have lost about 2 rounds. Because a lot of those rounds were swing rounds. I haven't really scored it, but from the eye test, from what I seen, I know Crolla won that fight. You know, I'm not going to sit here and bullshit and act like I need to watch it again because I don't, because I know Crolla won that fight. That wasn't that type of fight. Crolla won, period. I'm just trying to narrow down, you know, as far as the scorecards point. I mean, as far as the scorecards, see how mine was more equivalent to the actual scorecards. But Crolla won. He moves on. We see what's next. I don't know what's next. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Shout out to the whole LDBC, man. I'm out.